Hello everyone, welcome back to No One's Academy. Today we are going to be doing Bitcoin 101. As you remember in the past, we have taken you through the process of telling you who we are, how you can sign up on No One's, and how you can verify your account. Now we are going to begin to take you from the journey of telling you what Bitcoin is and what other cryptocurrencies are, and how you can maximize them to make money on No One's. So guys, I hope you are ready today. Welcome back again to No One's Academy, and I hope we all go together in this journey to understand what Bitcoin blockchain is and how we can maximize Bitcoin on No One's to make profit trading every day. First of all, we want to talk about what is blockchain itself. So blockchain is a technology blockchain technology is a distributed ledger technology that keeps records of transaction and information permanently in blocks. So this means that blockchains records in secure, chronological, and immutable way. So blockchain technology, whatever is recorded there and whatever transaction has been carried out there has will be recorded in a secure, chronological, and immutable way, and the blocks are added together, which is why it is known as blockchain. So the idea of blockchain came up in 1991 by research scientists, and they saw the need to create a technology in which data and records can be permanently stored and not, tampered with. So this their idea was developed through the concept of cryptography, as chain of blocks store, stamped information in a permanent way that cannot be edited or that cannot be deleted. Whatever anything has been stored using cryptography, it cannot be edited or removed. So there are some key characteristics of blockchain that makes it very relevant in the financial world today, and this is what we are going to discuss now. So the characteristics of blockchain technology is has unchangeable transactions. Like I mentioned before, once any transaction has been carried out and recorded in blockchain, it cannot be changed or deleted. And then blockchain is also reliable, unlike many financial infrastructures today that can easily collapse due to network issues. That doesn't happen on blockchain. It can be very reliable. It is very reliable, and can carry out a lot of transaction and store a lot of information at the same time. So there is also security. Blockchain technology is very secure because it uses cryptography, which secures information or transaction that is being carried out uh, between one person and another. Then there is also collaboration, right? Blockchain allows each party to transact directly with each other and collaborate, or without requiring a middleman, or a third party. So transaction or is just carried out on the blockchain between two persons, without any external person or any third party. And then it is also decentralized. So it is decentralized because there is no central authority supervising or making the decisions on the blockchain. So it's completely decentralized with no central authority. Then there is also time reduction. Transactions on the blockchain are carried out very fast and very easy, in such a way that there is no time wasting. And this all these characteristics of blockchain is what you can find on Bitcoin itself, and even more than all these characteristics that we have discussed here. There are also different types of blockchain, which you can learn about when you do more research. And but for the purpose of this class, we are not going to go into all those details about blockchain or how it works. We are going to basically focus on the Bitcoin blockchain and how it works, and then from there we'll continue to teach you how you can make money using Bitcoin. So now that we have introduced ourselves to what blockchain is or how blockchain works, so now we are going to go into the nitty-gritty of our topic for today, which is discussing Bitcoin and giving you introduction to Bitcoin and how you can maximize Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic cash, a new digital form of money that can be transferred between people or computers with no trusted middleman, and whose issuance is under the control of any single party. I mean, whose the issuance of a block of Bitcoin is not under any single control party. And also, a Bitcoin wallet is the most common user interface that the Bitcoin system uses. Once you have the Bitcoin wallet, or once you have created the account on the Bitcoin blockchain, you can send, receive money from people anywhere and at any time with no restrictions. So Bitcoin, like I said, every characteristics of blockchain that I've just mentioned is what you can basically find, on the Bitcoin itself. It is decentralized, no central authority. There is collaboration, that is peer to peer. You send money from one person to another without any middleman. These are all the characteristics that you can, also find on the blockchain. Yeah, but Bitcoin itself is a four key innovation that was brought together by the inventor of Bitcoin itself. So now we'll discuss these components of the Bitcoin blockchain, or these key innovations that we have brought together to make up the Bitcoin blockchain. So first thing is a decentralized peer-to-peer network, which is the Bitcoin protocol itself. So Bitcoin is completely decentralized, and the only true decentralized cryptocurrency that you can find is completely peer-to-peer, human to human, one person to another, no middleman or no authority dictating what is happening on the network. And then secondly is a public transaction ledger, which is the blockchain technology. Like I mentioned, all the features that you can find on the all the characteristics of the blockchain is exactly what you can find on the Bitcoin network, because Bitcoin itself runs on the blockchain. So the third one is there is a set of rules for independent transaction validation and currency issuance, which makes the consensus rules. So there is a set of rules and a set of a set of predetermined steps that you can take before your transaction is validated on the blockchain, and before a new Bitcoin can be made, or before a new Bitcoin can come into circulation, these rules must be followed before it can before a new Bitcoin can come into circulation. Then the fourth thing is that there is a mechanism for reaching a global decentralized consensus on the valid network, which is the proof of work algorithm. So this is where the miners come in, but this is what we will discuss as we move forward. So before you can carry out a transaction on the blockchain, assuming I want to send money to someone, I have to publish that transaction on the blockchain, and the people who has to do work to verify that this transaction is legit, and also when all the parties in that particular block verify and confirm that you have made those transactions, the money will immediately be sent to the party that you are sending the money to. So we'll now talk briefly about the history of Bitcoin itself. So in the year 2008, the Bitcoin white paper was published. The topic was a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, which was written under the alias of Satoshi Nakamoto. So it is assumed that is Satoshi Nakamoto that invented Bitcoin, but also there is also the talks about it being maybe one person or group of persons who just came together to invent this freedom money, and also disappeared before the public eye. Then the second important history of Bitcoin was that on the 3rd of January 2009, the Bitcoin network came live. So this is when the Bitcoin started, and this is when the first mining Bitcoin the first Bitcoin mining was also started. That was when the first block of Bitcoin started to be mined. Then in the April of 2011, Satoshi Nakamoto withdrew from the public, and then also and just handed the network over to the to developers, and allowing people and anyone to work and improve the Bitcoin system. So we don't know the identity of of the person that invented Bitcoin. We don't know the person itself. Like I mentioned before, we don't know whether it's one person or whether it's a group of persons that came together to invent Bitcoin. So there are like four characteristics that distinguishes Bitcoin from other cryptocurrencies, or from the even normal fiat that about. So fiat is like the normal currency that you use in whichever country that you are around the world. That is what fiat is known for. So Bitcoin has a finance supply of 21 million. So there can only be 21 million Bitcoin to come into circulation ever. So after 29 million, there will be no more Bitcoin that will that will come into circulation. Unlike the normal currencies that we use, fiat that we use, that the government can always decide to print at any time. That is not applicable on Bitcoin. There can only be 21 million, and once 21 million comes into circulation, then that will be the end of new Bitcoin coming into circulation. So there is also no counterfeit of Bitcoin. Bitcoin cannot be somebody cannot make the fake of Bitcoin and try to spend it on the Bitcoin blockchain. No, that cannot happen. This is also an opposite thing about the normal currency or the fiat currency that we use, that people can go out there and print fake currencies and bring it into circulation, and some people that are not very very aware, they will be use this currency without knowing that it's fake. Then Bitcoin is also fast, easy, and cheap to transact on. So the Bitcoin blockchain is very very cheap. When I talk about cheap, I'm talking about the transaction fees and how easy it is for you to make transaction without paying exorbitant fees on the network. Then Bitcoin is also a very great store of value. So people can take the advantage of Bitcoin to store their value, especially hedging their money against inflation. Like we know all around the world, the normal currency that we use continue to depreciate with time. That doesn't happen with Bitcoin. So while the normal currencies that we use go down, continue to depreciate, Bitcoin increases in value. So now that we have outlined the innovation, the history, and the characteristics of Bitcoin, so you may now be wondering, what are the use cases of Bitcoin? What can I use Bitcoin for? Or how can I maximize Bitcoin for transaction, to do or live my daily life? So that is what we are going to talk about now. So the first case of use case of Bitcoin is digital payments and remittances. So Bitcoin can be used to send and receive money, or to exchange goods or services from one country to another, from one state to another, from one region to another, without barriers. Anywhere you are in the world, you can send and receive Bitcoin. The second important use case is store of value. I mentioned earlier, so you can store your value in Bitcoin, and over time your value will increase instead of it decreasing. So you can also hedge against inflation. Like we know, in a lot of countries around the world, there is inflation. The price of goods continue to go up, while the price or the value of the currency continue to go down. So Bitcoin really helps to hedge against inflation. So Bitcoin is also anti-censored and anti-corruption. So it's completely decentralized. So people cannot control what is happening on the Bitcoin system, and Bitcoin also purges people that use it for corruption purposes. And then the last very important use case is financial freedom and financial inclusion. So like I mentioned, anybody can use Bitcoin anywhere and anytime. So nobody can say this group of persons can use Bitcoin, or this group of persons cannot use Bitcoin, or this group of persons cannot have access to Bitcoin. Once you get the education, know about Bitcoin, get your wallet, you are good to go to transact exchange goods or services, or store your value using Bitcoin. So now, how can people interact with Bitcoin? How can I get into Bitcoin? That you may be wondering after this class, like how will I get into Bitcoin? How do I, maximize it? So anyone can interact, with Bitcoin by just getting the free wallet, either it's hot or software wallet, or code, or hardware wallet. You can simply get started on Bitcoin by signing up on www.no-ones.com, to get your free wallet. You don't need to pay to get your wallet. You don't need to go through rigorous verifications to get your wallet. Once you go on to no ones, you sign up and you go on to claim your free wallet, and then you can send and receive Bitcoin or USDT from one country to another, or from one person to another. So you can also buy and sell Bitcoin on exchanges, especially like no ones, which is completely peer to peer, where you can interact with people in the marketplace, in our big marketplace, to buy and sell Bitcoin on a daily basis, and seize the opportunity of arbitrage to make money, make passive incomes every day, while you are trading on no one. So to learn the details about more about Bitcoin, or about how you can really get started, you can go back to watch our previous YouTube videos, and then you can also go to our No One's Academy website to find out or browse about more information about Bitcoin, and how you can maximize Bitcoin to make money. So guys, this will be where we'll be wrapping it up for today, and then in our next class we'll begin to take you through the journey of teaching you how you can really seize the maximize Bitcoin to make money, especially on no ones, trading peer to peer, human to human, with no limitations, or nobody telling you what to do or what not to do. You just need to do the right thing on the platform, and you make money on a daily basis, like a lot of people all over the world. You can also decide to buy Bitcoin on no ones. You just buy your Bitcoin on no ones, and then you can hold it or keep it for some time, and when the time is right, you can exchange it. You can hedge your money against inflation, and then whenever you are ready to spend your fiat, you can always make the conversion, and spend your money wherever and anywhere you want. So guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Happy trading. Let the sats flow, and get on board on no ones right now. Thank you.